travel, budget, cars. Welcome to the life of P&K. Hey Al, welcome to the life of P&K. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today from the last couple of videos that were all about the car. I want to talk to you guys about a tool that I use for my budgeting, which is really helping me out a lot. And also, this is Little P. He's a little bit old, but he's around. He's supporting the channel as always, looking around, trying to see what he can find to eat most of the time. And Kay is not going to be present in this video, but soon she's going to make an appearance, so you guys keep tuned for that. Without further ado, Little P and I are going to make a quick video to show you what we use in our tool to be able to afford more doggy food or other things like traveling. So let me put Little P down. He might look comfortable, but I don't think he is. Let me put him down and let's get on with the video. If you guys look behind me, there are a couple books from Dave Ramsey. I'm a huge proponent for no debt. I love to live my life with no debt. I've made a couple of videos, if you go back when I was trying to redesign the channel, talking about no debt and why you should really not have one. And usually Dave Ramsey talks about not using credit cards. He's very strong in the belief that you should use a debit card because it's linked straight to your cash and that's it. You don't live on someone else's money or you don't borrow. So in the past, I've always used credit cards. That was one portion of his philosophy that I didn't agree on. I was going back and forth in my mind trying to figure out why he would suggest that, and so on and so on. The biggest factor was that there was no benefits of using a debit card versus a credit card, because with the credit card, if you pay it off at the right time of the month, if you don't let any charges continue piling up, if you pay the credit card every time it's due, you get a benefit anywhere between 1% to 3% cash, if not more. You get certain benefits, flight miles, whatever. I know he says that you won't get rich from those benefits, but it helps. It's an extra, let's say, 20, 30 bucks a month, depending how much you're spending, if not more. So the biggest thing that made me make the switch from credit cards to debit cards is this. I'm not promoting Discover. I have no agreement with them, nothing whatsoever. This is just my personal use. I use it for myself, and I want to share my experience with you guys. Again, no promotion whatsoever. Not too long ago, Discover opened this available to the public. It's a cashback debit program. So it's kind of like a checking account with a debit card that also you get up to $3,000. You get 1% back of what you spend. So that could be 30 bucks a month if you spend $3,000 a month, which for a lot of people, that's a lot of money. I don't know if everyone would spend $3,000 on anything else but rent and car payments and so on, if you have any debt. And I'll share with you guys a top secret towards the end of the video of how you can make this cashback earn even more money for you using Discover as well. Very seamless transactions. So let's get talking about this and why I picked this to function as my debit card or my actually everyday expense card. First reason is, let's talk about what Discover offers. They offer myriad of products. You can get a debit card, you can get a savings account, you can get a CD, you can get a money market, and so on. They offer many products. The best thing that Discover has going for them against the competition, there is no monthly fees for any of that. You don't have to pay or you don't have to keep a certain balance in your account to avoid the monthly fees like some other banks like Chase, Bank of America does. Discover, you don't have to keep anything in the bank account and there will be no fees. There's no certain transactions that you have to accomplish. Unless you have a savings account, they limit it to 6 transactions, but I think that's kind of like across the board. There goes Little P. There's also no transaction fees unless you're doing a wire. So any ACHs, even being sent across the borders, like a foreign transaction, there will be no fees associated with that. And also, a lot of people could find this helpful. There's no overdraft fee. This is really good. Obviously, you're gonna have to pay the money back to Discover, but they have no overdraft fee, which can save you anywhere between 15 to 30 bucks, I believe, depending on what bank you go with, if you hit the overdraft. And let's get to the second point, and that is what you can do with this card. Again, there's no fees associated with it. If you hit the overdraft, hopefully you don't have to, but if you hit it, there'll be no fees with it. You can send money via Zelle. Also, the cashback, the 1% cashback for this is really important. And really quickly to note, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but this is not available right now. They're going through multiple updates on their system. I'm not sure exactly what, but this won't be available for another 2 or 3 weeks from this video. I believe for now, this can be a hold, but once it comes out, I can see a lot of people getting it because it's super nice to use and very convenient as well. In addition, what you can do is this cashback comes once at the end of the month, so you can expect it. So let's say you spend $3,000, you have $30 coming back to you. It's not a lot of money, I understand. But you can also open a high yield savings account with Discover. And right now, Discover actually offers with the new interest rate hike that happened recently, actually yesterday, Discover right now offers 2% back on your cash that's sitting in your savings account. So in a year, that's close to $400 that you can earn in savings. So using this cashback, synergizing with that is you receive the cashback, let's say you receive $20, $30, that still keeps getting 2% on top of that. So technically you're making about 3% return or cash back, which actually ties up to any other card that you use, like a credit card. So it's very, very close. You don't lose a lot by using the debit card, and also you get the nice feel that you don't owe money to anyone. I mean, there's a reason why Dave Ramsey says that banks have better furniture than you do at your house. Another point to mention is, I believe Discover has like one physical branch somewhere up northeast. I'm not exactly sure, I haven't done the research on that. But there's no actual physical places you can go to. So how do you actually get cash back? And getting cash back, it's really easy. Actually, you can go to the grocery store, get up to 50 bucks. But if you need more than that, you can go to any of the 60,000 ATMs located across the nation and get cash back with no fees. Unless you go out of network, then there's merchant fees that are going to be applied, but Discover charges you no fees, which is awesome. And also they have 24/7 support, domestic support, US support, which is nice because you can get in touch with anyone, and they're actually on top of their game and they're very helpful. I've used them a couple times trying to understand a couple things, how exactly the debit card functions, and they've been nothing but the best. And lastly, I have to mention their app, which is pretty intuitive actually, and it's very easy to use. I really enjoy their app as well. And lastly, I'm going to try to answer a couple questions you guys might have with this card. Those are questions that I would have personally trying to switch from a credit card to a debit card. How easy is to use this anywhere you go? I will tell you guys, I've switched fully from a credit card to this little card, to this debit card, and I've had no problems. Anywhere I go to, for example, the gas station, restaurants, ordering online, anything like that, I've only used this card and I've not had problems for over 3 months. It's been phenomenal how easy you can use the card, and also it's easy to see when the transactions hit your account instantly. It's really easy to budget as well using that, because you know how much money you've actually spent. With a credit card, it stays there, you know you have to make the payment, but it's not hurting your main checking account where your money sits. And that is a problem because you're like, oh, I still have money so I can buy more on the credit card, and you keep buying, and the money, your actual money is not declining or not decreasing, and eventually, at the end of the month, when you have to make this huge credit card payment, you don't have enough money here, so you end up owing the bank. And now with the interest rates increasing, that's a bad thing. You don't want to be paying 28-30% of interest for $1,000 that you did not account for over time, because that's a lot of money. 28% over $1,000, that's $280 every month the credit card is going to get from you. That's almost like a third of a car payment. It's insane how much interest you can get charged with the credit cards. So to sum up this video, I really love Discover Cashback. No fees, nothing like that. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to move money, especially if you use other Discover accounts. It's been very beneficial to my everyday life because it's super simple to use. I've never had problems with it. And I would recommend this credit card. If people are trying to switch from credit cards to debit cards, I would recommend this card because it's really helpful. And one thing you can do, because a lot of people are worried that if you use a debit card, people can gain access to your money. What you can do is actually keep this account standalone and fund it every month with potentially what your budget is going to be. So that way you have two limitations when it comes to your budget. You're not going to ever go over your budget because you won't have enough money here. And it doesn't have access to your real money in your real account, which is, I found that very beneficial as well. It gives me like a little bit of a security blanket. But again, to sum this up, I really recommend this for people that want to switch to using debit cards versus credit cards, especially with how expensive things are starting to become. Great service from Discover. It's been phenomenal, super easy to use. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Would you guys ever switch to debit cards? Would you guys, maintain your credit cards and maybe use debit cards here and there? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Discover? Have you used Discover? Have you had any problems? Have you loved it? Let me know down below in the comments. Share. If you guys enjoyed this video or you found it a little bit of educational, don't be afraid to smack the like button. And I'll catch you guys later.